May now request our chief guest, Dr. Sri Sylendra Babu IPS, to give his keynote address.
Respected Mr. N.V. Nalarajan, Chartered Accountant and Chairman of Powai Group of Institutions, Mrs. Mangai Nalarajan, Dr. C. Satish, Mr. Rohan Satish, Superintendent of Police, Namakkal District, Mr. Arularasu IPS, special guests, members of the press, parents, teachers, my dear student friends. It is indeed my proud privilege to be the chief guest of your annual day celebrations, and I must really thank Mr. N.V. Nalarajan for offering this very special opportunity to be the chief guest. I made a very special request that I am more particularly interested to meet the students. Having come all the way from Chennai, it will be a great disappointment if I don't meet them and to talk to them. I didn't want to talk at them, but I wanted to talk to them. So he gave me that special opportunity also. So next few minutes or maybe half an hour, I will really like to have a word with them. First of all, you know, when I saw this campus, when I saw the infrastructure, I was really reminded of my school. The school in which I studied, which is more than 700 kilometers from this place. A school which was supposed to be a government school, started 175 years before by the Travancore Maharaja Swadi Tirunal. 174 years old institution. There is a big tree in the middle of the school, and there are small sheds all around, and we used to sit under the shed on the floor. When it rains, we really take bath. When it shines, we all come out and sit behind the big tree, under the large tree, to write the examinations. Our teachers take us to the tree because under the tree it's not possible to copy from each other. Somebody will be sitting far away, somebody will be sitting some corner. So, but then this is a different place. It resembles almost like the Oxford public school. The facilities are really great. I am not very jealous of you. I am not jealous of you because we had our own advantage. Being in a place with minimum or very simple facilities made us to dream something big. That from this village probably I should go to Chennai. From this school probably I should see a college. From this place probably I should see the whole world. So it has created a big vision for us. So I don't regret. I'm not jealous, but I am getting hope. A fresh hope that probably someday some children sitting here will really make this country great because you have all the facilities. Unlike us, you have everything. And today is an important day because today you have all the partners in your life. There's an important partner, your mother. There's another important partner, your father. Your partners, your teachers. And sometimes, like me and Mr. Arularasu, chief guests. In fact, Arularasu is a protector. The chief of the police, Mr. Arularasu, is supposed to safeguard you, protect you. That's their responsibility. When the IPS was created, Indian Civil Service was created, IAS and IPS. Do you know the philosophy of IAS and IPS? The IAS and IPS officers will be the father and mother of the people. When there are 22 million people in the whole of Namakkal, this is the man who is responsible for the safety of the life and properties of 2 million people, maybe more. So all of us are here. So today must be the most important day for you. Some of you, can you tell me, one of the girls can tell me, what's the most important day in your life? Probably. Today is your annual day, no doubt, it's very important. In fact, how many of you are really happy today, my dear children? Please raise your hands. I know before I started speaking, you must be really happy. Okay. Yeah, you're not very happy today? This is your annual day. This is the day your father and mother, your grandfather sometimes, your teacher, everybody's here. People who really matter in your life are there. So how many of you are really happy today? Okay. Not much. How many people do you really, really love your mother? Okay, oh, lot of them there. Okay, have you ever told your mother, any day, Mom, I really love you? I don't know, I really doubt. And your father has spent a lot of money. He has spent a lot of his time, energy, his own thinking. So much for you all the time. Am I right, gentlemen, fathers? How many of you really thanked your father at least once? Dad, you have been very, very kind to me. Thank you very much. Have you told him? I don't know. Okay, at least for me at least once. Look at your mother. Try to find your mother. And please tell her, I'll say 1, 2, 3. Mom, I love you. 1, 2, 3. That's your mom. The mother is here? Okay. I don't know why your children are very hesitant to really say, Mom, I love you. 1, 2, 3. So difficult. Very, very difficult. I know the reason. Come on, tell me, teachers. Parents, who are the parents? Raise your hands. Okay, do you really love your children? Really? Okay, you really love your children. Very good. I'm very sure you would have seen your children studying, praying, talking. How many of you have seen your children laughing? You have seen them laughing? Okay. How many of you really want your children always happy? Okay, good. Then why do you ask them all the time to study? Study, study, study. They just don't like it. They just don't like this. Because the mother is saying, study well. My father is saying, need to exam. 720 marks. You must score 500 and above. All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Stanley Medical College, Madras Medical College. You know, I wanted to join, I couldn't join. Look at that first rank holder. What is his name? Mani Bharati. Ravi Bharat. Look at Ravi Bharat. He's the hero. He scored his marks. They don't just like that. Okay, then how can we make our children study? That's a big question. Can they just go without studying? Yes. I will tell you. Please follow Bernard Shaw. Bernard Shaw says, if you really want to teach something, you can't teach anything. They will not know anything. Galileo Galilei, the father of science, I just can't teach anything to anybody, but I can only help them to discover. So my dear parents, if I am in your place, I won't tell my children to study, but I'll tell them to please investigate. I'll tell them investigate. Investigate science. Investigate mathematics. Investigate language. Investigation is learning. Discovery is learning. Exploration is learning. So, as a parent, our job is to not to request them to study. Our responsibility is not to bribe them to study. Okay, if you study well, I will get you a good car. If you study well, I will get you a motorcycle. I will get you an Apple iPhone. No. That is bribery. That is bribery, dishonesty. What you can say that's why, I will not ask children whether they want to become doctors or engineers or IAS officers. No. That's an old-fashioned way of asking them. I'll ask them, my dear children, what are you going to do to this country? That's a very, very important question. This is a very, very large country, 127 crore people. Most of the people are like me. They are studying in the schools where there is not even a building. There is no good water supply. There are a lot of children who are not even going to the schools. The government reports that 25% of the people in the country are below poverty line. That means their daily income is less than 75 rupees. 2 million children in India below 5 years of age die of malnutrition every year. So you have a great responsibility. Students of Powai Public School, I'll ask you not to be a doctor, engineer, but what are you going to do to this country? What are you going to do to your parents? What are you going to do to the same school you are studying? I told you already, there is hope. There's a great hope on seeing you. Because you are studying one of the best schools, you have the best facilities, you have the best teachers. Mr. Satish, I know him. He was in Chennai. He was the principal of the #1 school in the whole of the country. DAV school, public school in Chennai. You have the best leadership here. So when I remember this, I remember a story. The Second World War story is a big story. But the most important part of the story is when England, under Winston Churchill, decided to enter into the war. When Germany invaded Britain, or threatened to invade Britain, there was a big debate in England whether England should go for war or not. All the people, a lot of people felt they should not go to the war because Germany was very, very powerful. It is very difficult to defeat Germany. A lot of people, scholars, members of the parliaments, leaders, ex-presidents, prime ministers, everybody thought we should not. And next day morning, the Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, one of the very thinking person, a thoughtful person, intelligent person, learned person, educated man. He's a very humorous man also. In the Parliament after the war, during the war, one of the persons, citizen said, Winston Churchill is a fool. So the next day he was arrested and he was put inside the jail. In the Parliament, the member of the Common, like the MPs, they raised the slogan, what kind of a Prime Minister you are? An ordinary citizen. He said, you are a fool. And you have put him in the prison. Imprisonment is very, very unfair. It's a kind of military rule which is doing England. Everybody is agitated. Winston Churchill rose up like this. He said, gentlemen, the England citizen is not arrested for calling me as a fool. He was arrested for letting out government secret at the time of war. The war is going on. It may be true I am a fool, but it's our own secret. And I am the Prime Minister of this country. He cannot tell this secret to other people. He's a very humorous person. He is supposed to speak the next day morning. You know what he spoke? He spoke, ladies and gentlemen of UK, United Kingdom, if the long history of this island nation is to end, let it end. When all of us are struggling with the bullet injuries, struggling on the floor. He said, if the long history, England was ruling 100 times larger than their landmass. In 1939, England was ruling 100 times more people than their own people in the world. He says, if the long history of this island nation is to end, let it end. When all of us are fighting the war and the bullet-ridden bodies are struggling on the ground in blood, he said. People rose up. England is declaring war on Germany, he said. First day. Next day morning, the aeroplanes from Germany came and bombarded in United Kingdom. And the UK flights rose up and they opposed and they fought. About 200 pilots died in the first day itself. 200 pilots, first day. It's a very, very, very sad day for England. He came on the mic, radio once again. He said one thing, please students, please listen. I will appreciate if one of you can come up and tell me what's the meaning of these words. He said only a few words, but they are very, very important for us today. He said, never in the history of human conflict that so much is owed to so few by so many. Never in the history of human conflict. So much. 200 pilots died. They gave up their lives in the first day of the war. They died. They are martyrs. His sentence is for them. He says, never in the history of human conflict been so much is owed to so few by so many. Any one of you, can you come and tell me the meaning of these words? They are very simple words. Everybody knows the meaning of every word. But in total, something very, very big. Anybody? You know the students? Okay, there's no time. It's annual day, so I'll tell. So much is freedom, dignity, sovereignty of the country, individual freedom of the country. That so much is owed to so few people. Who are these people? The pilots who died. By so many. Who are these so many? By the citizens of England. He said, so many people, 70 million people of UK, they owe these 200 people for their freedom, their life, their dignity, their independence and sovereignty. Therefore, my dear children, very few students studying here, tomorrow you should become great doctors. Tomorrow you should become great research scholars. Tomorrow you should become world leaders like Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella or Indra Nui. So you people are going to be the brand ambassadors of our country. Therefore, you are very, very important. Like those pilots. I narrated this England incident, Second World War incident, because you are very precious, very, very important people. You have so much facilities. You must, my message is, you must really, really try to be a Nobel Prize winner. Nobel laureate must be your real aim. I am saying this because the whole world, the culture, the history of humankind has changed because of science and technology. But our share of science and technology, I don't know. You know the country called Israel? The Israel Prime Minister says, we are a country who depend upon science and technology. Israelis are only 1.5 crore, 15 million people. You, the people of Israel, the people are only 1.5 crore, 15 million people. We are 137 million people. You know how many Nobel Prizes we have won? Anybody? Any of the students can tell me, anybody, how many Indians have won Nobel Prize for science? Quickly. We have a book for them, some prizes for them, students. Do you have it? Okay. Yeah, boys, girls, anybody can come and tell me how many Nobel Prizes we have won for science so far in the history? Indians. Anybody? Quickly. I know some of the parents can answer this question. Anybody? How many Indians have won Nobel Prize for science? Anybody? One girl. I'll send the book immediately there. The prize will come to you. Anybody? Any parents? எத்தனை பேர் இந்தியாவிலிருந்து நோபல் பரிசு அறிவியலுக்கு வாங்கி இருக்காங்க? எத்தனை பேர்மா? எஸ்? யாராவது தெரியுமா? யாரு? வண்டர்ஃபுல், வண்டர்ஃபுல். கொடுங்க, அவர் புத்தகம் கொடுங்க. அவங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துருங்க. Sir C.V. Raman, yes, Sir C.V. Raman is the only person. You are right. He is the only person. அப்படி கொடுத்துருங்க, பரவாயில்ல, கொடுத்துருங்க. There is no time because it's annual day. I have no time to come down and talk to you. So, who is the daughter? Okay. அம்மாவுக்கு தெரியுது, உங்களுக்கு தெரியலையே? தெரியும், சொல்ல விரும்பல. Okay, nice. Sir C.V. Raman is the only Indian who has won a Nobel Prize for Science. What I am saying this because we are a people of 137 crores. Do you know how many Nobel Prizes the people of Israel have won? Israel நாட்டு மக்கள் எத்தனை நோபல் பிரைஸ் வாங்கியிருக்காங்க தெரியுமா? Anybody children? உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்காது. 134 Nobel Prizes. 134 Nobel Prize வாங்கியிருக்கிறாங்க. Because they believe in science. இங்கேயும் சயின்ஸ் தான் டீச் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறாங்க. உங்க நீட் எக்ஸாமும் சயின்ஸ் தான். நீங்க சயின்ஸினுடைய சரித்திரத்தை கத்துக்கிடணும். இன்னைக்கு நீங்க வீட்டுக்கு போனீங்கன்னா சாயங்காலம் ஒரு 5 மணிக்கு இது முடிச்சு நெக்ஸ்ட் நீ முடியாது, நாளைக்கு ஒரு 5 மணிக்கு போய் உங்க மொட்டை மாடியில் பாருங்க, 4 நட்சத்திரங்கள் தெரியும். அந்த நட்சத்திரங்கள் பேர் தெரியுமா? 4 தான் தெரியும் 5 மணிக்கெல்லாம். 7 மணிக்கு பிறகுதான் லட்சக்கணக்கான நட்சத்திரங்கள் தெரியும். 5 மணிலேருந்து 6:30 மணி வரைக்கும் 4 மட்டும் தான் தெரியும். அது என்ன நட்சத்திரம்? What are the name of those stars? Any of the girls? In fact, they are not stars at all. They are not stars. What are they? They are planets. Which is the brightest planet when you see at 5:30? Venus. Why it's called Venus? Why it is bright or brightest? You can see the shade. Moon இல்லாத போது உங்க ஷேடை பார்க்கலாம் அதுல. It is the closest. It is closest to us and very near to the sun. Venus. Venus is the goddess of war. Sorry, goddess of love and sex. Venus. Velli. And the second brightest. One star will look red in color. Yes, wonderful. I am very happy. All of you know it. Mars. Why they called it at Mars? Mars is the goddess of war. martial race, martial arts, March, the month of March. Okay. On 27th of this month, November, United States has landed a lander actually. It's not an orbiter, it's a lander. It's landed an object on Mars. Can anybody tell me the name of this object? Can anybody tell me the distance between Earth and the nearest distance between Earth and Mars? Okay, my dear students, my message for you that you are studying for NEET, you are studying for engineering, what is more important is, and what is more important for the parents, it is only the most important duty of the parent or the teacher is not simply to encourage them, simply to ask them to study. It is to awaken the joy of learning. The duty of the teacher, the duty of the parent is to encourage, to awaken the joy of learning. How will you awaken the joy of learning? If the children are interested in the history of science, if the children start thinking how the earth came into being, if the children start thinking how did we come onto this earth, if they start thinking why the sky is blue, why the sea is blue, then learning will be very, very easy. So the point for you, my dear children, is the message which is already given by one of the scientists who died very recently, Stephen Hawking. Can anybody tell me the name of the book written by Stephen Hawking? Yes. Okay. The name of the book written by Stephen Hawking is the brief. You said, yeah, we can give the book to him. Please come. What's your name? Yes, you can take a book. Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking died very recently. When he was 21, he wanted to become a scientist. But in 2 years, he was affected by a disease called ALS. His whole body became inactive. He was paralyzed. He was sitting in a wheelchair. None of the body has moved, but one muscle in the chin has started moving. Doctor said he will die probably in a couple of years. But he's a science person. He loved science. He wanted to make popular understanding of science. He wanted to inform the beauty of science to every one of you. And 50 years, through the chin, he was able to move the muscle, and through a sensor, he was speaking to us for the last 50 years. He died very recently. He said, my dear children, don't look at your shoes, look at the stars. Try to wonder what you are, try to wonder what you are seeing now. Try to make sense of what you are seeing now, and be curious. Be curious. It's very, very important. I will request every one of you to take a look at this video to understand what is curiosity. If you have the curiosity, you will learn. There's no need for the father to say, please study my daughter. There's no need for the mother to say, please study. Please take a look at this video.
Listen, he knows a lot, huh?
Everything. Also, some planes have a ram air turbine.
A ram air turbine, Adam?
Yeah.
And what does that do?
It gets emergency systems back on if the engines fail.
Okay.
Then the ram air turbine can help to bring back the systems.
To bring back the systems to control the aircraft?
Yeah. But due to the no engine power, the landing gear doors will not come up.
Okay. Okay.
After that, you have to do something else to lower the flaps.
Oh, you have to do something else to lower the flaps?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to lower them by gravity alone.
Okay. Okay.
You have to drop the gear by gravity alone.
Uh-huh.
And if you have no hydraulics and your plane is banking right, you reduce the engine. You reduce engine 1 and increase engine 2.
Okay.
Then the plane will go level again.
Oh, wow. It's called asymmetrical power, yeah?
Yeah.
How old are you?
5 years, 11 months.
Get out of here.
Really?
No way.
Don't let me keep
Bless you. Bless you.
You're so smart. My God, you
Bless
will be
you.
like, what you gonna do actually when you grow
Mashallah.
up? Not pilot, but what do you
No.
wanna be?
I will be a captain,
Yes.
just like you.
Yes. Better than me. Better than me, yeah?
Yeah,
I can't wait to fly with you. Will you remember me?
yeah,
You will?
yeah. What's
Okay.
your name?
Sammer. Sammer. Will you remember that? Okay. I need to meet your parents. All right. Shall we go?
Yeah, the flight engineer can tell the pilot if all hydraulic systems are down to 0.
Oh, wow. He can let them know, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but now we don't need a flight engineer.
yeah.
We have the ECAM, which you probably know about.
Well, the TCAS can tell if there is an impact coming.
Okay.
One will tell to climb, and one will tell to descend.
Oh, wow. That's what's that system called?
It's called TCAS.
TCAS. Wow.
Do you know
Good stuff.
TWS?
More power meant to climb,
Uh-huh.
less would result in a dive and crash.
Oh, wow. Wow, we don't want to do that, do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see the flaps lower in the air.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Can I meet your parents?
yeah.
Let's go. You're something else. Bless you.
This is curiosity. My dear children, whether you are preparing for the NEET or otherwise, what you really need is this curiosity. Curiosity which is inherent for all human beings. If you have the curiosity, learning will be a joy. Learning will be an awakening. For this, I am going to introduce to you 5 important teachers. They are not here. The most important 5 teachers are just 5 questions. What, when, where, how, and why. If you ask these questions, a lot of answers will come to you. From today onwards, as I started off, it's not simply students we wanted. We want research scholars. We really want scientists for this country. So if you really start asking questions, if you start self-learning, in due course of time, you yourself will be a young scientist. When you follow this principle, certainly you will be one of the best students in the whole world. You'll be one of the best competitor for the people who study in Cambridge or in the Harvard. And one of our schools, one of our colleges will come somewhere in the top 10 colleges or school in the whole world. So if you do that, if you love your science, if you love your studies, if you fall in love with your lessons, you will become one of the person I'm going to introduce to you now, Tanmay Bakshi, a 14-year-old boy who loved knowledge, who loved pursuit of knowledge, research and understanding. Now please take a look at this Tanmay Bakshi. I will expect every one of you to really listen to what he is saying.
Like you must have a business card.
Oh, well, yes, I do. Thank you.
You do? At 13 you have your own business card. Okay, that's a nice start. I'll get in touch with you later.
Sure.
What do you do?
Oh, well, mainly, I like to call myself a software and cognitive developer because I love developing with cognitive computing and artificial intelligence. I'm an algorithmist. I love working with, designing, and implementing algorithms. I'm a keynote and TEDx speaker. I'm an author. I've written a book, and I'm working on another one about IBM Watson. And, of course, I'm also an IBM champion for cloud and honorary IBM cloud advisor.
Where did
Hang
I
on
go
a second.
wrong?
Someone just get me explain on countdown. Do you go to school?
Well, I'm currently homeschooled in grade 8, going to grade 9 now.
Wow. Okay, so your bright artificial intelligence is taking over the world. Is that fair to say?
Well, you see, that's actually one thing that I believe a lot of people have, the sort of misconception that artificial intelligence is this technology that was made to replace humans, that really everything we do, whether it be, our jobs or whatever we do at home every day. But really what I believe is that artificial intelligence was developed and is continuing to be developed for the sole purpose of really augmenting our life and amplifying our skills or capabilities and what we can do every day.
But what about when the computers actually learn that they're better than us?
Well, you see, that's sort of called a singularity of artificial intelligence, at which point artificial intelligence has surpassed human intelligence to the point that we cannot control it. But really what I believe at this point, artificial intelligence, I won't go into the details right now since we're limited on time, but the thing is right now artificial intelligence itself as a technology is so foolable and so primitive that either A, we won't reach that singularity point, or B, if we do, it's a very long ways off.
Do you understand that, Mark?
No. I couldn't. I wanted to take notes for the exam at the end of it.
You lost them in the first instance.
Could I perhaps offer you a golf ball? There you go.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
You do this
Thank you.
YouTube channel, which you teach people. What is that all about, and who is your target audience?
Yeah, sure. Now, I actually have a YouTube channel called Tanmay Teaches that I've been running for around 6 years now, and it has over 144 videos and now 22,000 subscribers. And so on it, I love to teach about computing, really programming, these algorithms that I develop, machine learning especially, math, science, and especially technologies like IBM Watson. Because, of course, I like to share my knowledge because I realize that there's this lack of resources for people to learn about technologies like AI, which is why I absolutely love sharing my knowledge through, of course, these YouTube videos, the books that I'm authoring, the keynotes that I have, and really Watson comes in here in such a great way because Watson allows me...
What's Watson?
Sure.
Mark thinks he's a golfer, but what is Watson?
Now, IBM Watson is essentially a cognitive system that allows developers to incorporate cognitive and machine learning into their applications without having to code in the actual intelligence. And what this means is that, of course, right now, really one of the main reasons developers aren't incorporating more machine learning into their apps is because it's so hard to do. It's really difficult to incorporate intelligence because...
Has the I want to take this somewhere else, this interview. Has the Homeschooling Association of the World got hold of you as the front person?
Oh, well, there is actually a Homeschooling Legal Defense Association, I believe.
That is Tanmay Bakshi, a 14-year-old boy who is employed by the IBM Watson. He is also a software engineer. He is an artificial intelligence expert in 14 years. All this learning is because of self-learning, self-interest. So my message, which I wanted to really share with the children, my dear children, we have wonderful facilities, we have wonderful teachers, we have wonderful coaching facility here, but ultimately what really matters, your personal interest, your love for what you are doing. Tanmay Bakshi is paid $1 million salary at the age of 14. 6 crores of Indian rupees a month to this boy. If you have the passion, you will get it. So, naturally, this is a competitive world. These are the people who are going to compete with you. Not only these people, very ordinary people from ordinary schools, from ordinary villages, they will come. I know a boy 5 years before, very close by, in Karur. In 2000 and probably 12 or 13, he was the Tamil Nadu state second mark holder, Manikandan. He scored the highest marks, you may be knowing. He studied in Madras Medical College. And I introduced him to my friend, Dr. Arul Selvan, the UK. In the last 5 years, Arul Selvan has completely taken care of education of Manikandan. Last month, Arul Selvan came to Chennai. Me, Manikandan and Arul Selvan, we met in Chennai. And 2 days before, Manikandan has sent a message. He told me, sir, I am writing the PG entrance examination. He wrote, he is sending a message yesterday at 3 o'clock, 2:54 in the early morning. Manikandan says, sir, AIMS, AIIMS, All India Institute of Medical Science, results came, sir. I got All India rank 7 overall, community ranking number 1. Very happy, sir. He called me yesterday. He says he's also going to write the NEET exam. All India Institute of Medical Sciences, number 1 for the OBC. His house is in Karur. I came down to Chennai to meet him when he was the second topper in plus 2. He doesn't have his father. His mother was a mason working in the buildings for 250 rupees a day. Today, he is going to do PG in All India Institute of Medical Sciences. He called up and says, sir, I am also going to write the NEET exam because some people say, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, if I am not able to join by chance, for certain reasons, suppose, then you have to have one more college. So, look at the people who, out of adverse situations, out of their own personal interest, personal pursuit, personal desire, the burning desire in the mind, the flame in the heart, the hotness in the belly, they are able to come up. Therefore, you have to really compete with these people. I'm very sure you make use of this grand opportunity and rise up to be a research scholar. You must really win a Nobel Prize. This is my message. Wish you all the best and thank you very much for this great opportunity.